question. If Anthony told the truth about Sheree, is he telling the truth about Ralph?
Because you look like a beautiful nightmare. Don't you know?
Loves, welcome back to our channel. I am here with another one from Bobbi Boss. This is the first class hair wear and go, capture a new look every day, baby collection. We are back with Miss NAKEISHA. I love a good Keisha, honey, and I have the color TTHL414613. We're coming on through talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta realness, okay? So again, y'all know how this is going to go. I'm not going to say much about the wig. I'm going to just show y'all the deets. And we're really here to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. So Real Housewives of Atlanta, this episode was kind of fascinating, okay? We opened with Kenya at the venue for Brooklyn's birthday party. So Brooklyn's another year older, and they're going to have a tea party. Spill the tea, honey. And I think that's really, really, really cute. I think it's a good idea. I even like the conversation around her. Sorry, guys. Perfect. I even like the conversation around her and how much she spent for Brooklyn's party. Okay, this is just the ear-to-ear lace straight part. Wakanda forever. Okay. I really enjoyed that because I think it's important for people to see that, like, you know, there are people who we know and think has all these millions of dollars who are frugal, who are, you know, conscientious of how much they spend on their kids. I thought that was really dope. And I don't give Kenya a lot of credit because I find Kenya to be an actual evil villain. Like an actual one. Like, I've never met an evil villain, but she's kind of up there with them. You know what I mean? But it was nice to see her kind of come through as a mother and talk about her situation with Mark, which to me is sad, but it's also I ain't even gonna say it because I have a thought. You know, I'm gonna say it. I don't give a damn. It also feels karmic. She doesn't seem like a nice woman, like, but she does. Like, she has these redeeming moments, let's be very honest. And I think that's because, you know, Brooklyn may have softened her, but I do kind of feel like girl, like, we could have did you could have really came through with the come through and as like a girlfriend to some of these girls, and it feels like you're constantly arguing. Like, even with Marlo, granted, and I'm not even gonna choke this to Kenya. Granted, Marlo has a lot going on to me, like, you know, with the boys and everything like that, but I also think she just is extra. Like, it really burns me up. I want black people, especially black women, to experience luxury at all turns, right? But not at the cost of, like, you being, like, cool. Like, you know what? I'm lying. I actually met Marlo once. She was the shit. I ain't gonna lie. And it was her, Nene, Cynthia, and she was the nicest of them all, if I'm being honest. Damn, I forgot about that. So you know what? Let me shut up and stop talking about Miss Marlo, whatever the case may be. But I do think that she gives a little too overproduced. And I'm saying that to say, like, it's nice to see Kenya kind of evolve, but it is kind of annoying to see them go back and forth like Candy said. But we're going to move on to the Marlo meeting up with Sheree at the gym. Let me tell you something. If you're a girlfriend of mine, do not ask my black ass to meet you at no gym. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm not coming. I'm not coming. I'm resolved in the fact that I got a little fupa. I'm like beginning to get okay with it because I'm going to have a baby here soon, one of these days. And what's the point of getting my body, snatching my body right now if I'm thinking about making a human being? You know what I mean? So when Marlo went in there joint and she was sitting up there and she was like, I ain't giving you y'all but 18 seconds of real hot work sweat. I was with that. I felt every moment of that. Like, girl, I get it. Like, sometimes you can't. I'm not really coming here for this. I'm here to be cute. I don't know why Sheree wanted us to take me on this cheap ass date to the goddamn gym. Like, I want to be up in here with these mother jumpers. Like, I don't know a gym. Never heard of gym. I don't owe gym no goddamn money. Why would I want to be there? Like, why? And I think that that's what Marlo was getting at, and I was picking up what she was putting down. So they really sit and talk about, you know, the dynamic that they're all having. Marlo with the girls with, you know, Sheree, and everything that's kind of been said by one another. So, or been said to, you know, them from somebody else. So, Marlo mentions the fact that she let, you know, Kenya know that, you know, Marlo was talking mess. I mean, Sheree mentions the fact that Marlo was talking mess about the refrigerator and everything like that. And, you know, the white refrigerator, like the ghetto. That part. She mentions that, or whatever the case may be. And honestly, I'm tired of people bringing it up. Like, I'm also tired of people like, I can't believe I'm caping for Kenya. I just genuinely feel like it was a transition. The girl been fly since. You know what I mean? Like, we can't possibly still be talking about white motherfucking refrigerators. Like, granted, I got one in my house right now. But it's just like, so maybe I'm biased, but I do think that, like, we do not care. And I think that that's the issue with this season already. Like, I'm not invested in your bull swanky. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we do not care. So they all sit down and have the conversation, Marlo and Sheree, and Marlo lets her know that she's privy to the fact that her previous assistant, this Anthony character, who is becoming a bigger part of this than I really wanted him to be, if I'm being honest, is now like, you know, front and center with the BS about Sheree. So this is my thing. Do y'all believe it? Do y'all believe what he's saying about Sheree? Because I got two feelings about it. If we're going to believe what he's saying about Sheree, we also have to believe what he's saying about Drew's husband. They both can't be lies. You know what I mean? Or they both... I mean, what do y'all think? Am I being overzealous? Because I don't want to say that the man has an affinity for other men because this young man said it. But I'm just saying, he would know. He would know. You know what I mean? So it's like, maybe there is something to that. I don't know. And I also think that but what I do think is weird is how upset Sheree got about the situation. Because if it wasn't true, you wouldn't even give a damn. You'd be like, whatever, I don't give a damn what this little boy's saying. Right? So that means there is some truth to him saying he wasn't paid, whatever the case may be. Because she is a little too turned up about it. Is it me? Like, it can't be like a finance thing. Because if somebody said I didn't pay something I know I did, I wouldn't even give a damn. Like, you know what I mean? Unless they about to shut my shit off. Then I got to fight for it. But other than that, like, if it's just people talking and I know I paid it, what do I give a damn for? So, that's what's fascinating to me. Now, we move into the next scene with Candy and Candy Yams is talking to, you know, her assistant. She has the new show on Broadway, which is super exciting. And she'll be doing another show where she plays a lesbian. As if that's, first of all, I'm not even going to come for nobody's sexuality because I think that it is a spectrum and you can do whatever you want to do with whomever you want to do it with. Okay? But I'm saying all this to say, it is not far-fetched that Candy is playing a woman who sleeps with women. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say. She's no stranger to liking the company of all people. So why are we acting like this is like such a thing? Like, oh, well, how you feel about me doing this? Ty don't give a damn. Ty done been there when you was doing it in real life. So what the hell he care for? You know what I mean? Like, in real life. Like, I don't really understand it. But what I did like, and what, you know, this is one of the redeeming qualities about Candy. The reason why I don't really care for Candy is not because I don't care for Candy. Said I think Candy is... I just don't understand how she's still on here. I mean, but I don't know. But she also provides a certain amount of fun, right? So I could say that and also say, I could see how she's still here. She's fun, right? But she's also very... you can tell that she is the people that they lean towards. Like, they film her in a certain light, everything. And I don't know if y'all noticed that, but I'm picking it up. Even when they did the Phaedra clip, I don't know if y'all remember this. Even when they did the Phaedra clip, because Sheree said, oh, I don't, you know, you can't say nothing about Candy, but she could say anything about you. They didn't even show the full clip where Portia was saying, like, the unsavory stuff. They didn't even show all that. So that's how I know. Because if it was anybody else, excuse me, y'all. If it was anybody else, they would have shown the whole clip with the nastiness and all. They wouldn't even have gave it in. And y'all know that like I know that. Okay? So maybe I don't like the favoritism. Because it's too obvious. It's just far too obvious. But it was nice to see her and Ty kind of unpack, you know, what it looks like to be a busy couple. And like sharing businesses with each other. And I really loved it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love seeing that. I aspire for that with my husband. So that aspect of it does make sense as to why she's on here. You know what I mean? Because otherwise I'm bored with her. And that's my truth. I don't give a damn how y'all feel about it. Okay? I'm bored. Like, I feel like I love that she's doing things to keep the community, you know, in the know and everything like that. But you know what? I might be eating my words. I really might take all of this back, because the more I think about it, the more I actually really do like Candy. Shut up, Zara. No, I don't like how she did Portia. Maybe that's why I don't like her. And y'all know, and Portia was dead wrong, but I'm gonna defend, if you're my girlfriend, I'm gonna defend your right to be wrong. How about that? And she was dead wrong. So don't judge me, y'all. That's how I feel about it. But it was really good to see them have that conversation and everything and move through that. But it was also good for them to talk about like how like sometimes you get busy and sex is not the first thing on your mind as like a spouse. Like, I struggle. I know personally I struggle with that. Like, if I'm busy or if I got a lot on my plate, he could chalk it up. Like, he's gonna be upset with me because I'm just not about to be swinging from chandeliers. Like, it's not on my mind right now. Like, I have stuff to actually do. And so I absolutely positively get how like you get to that place. Like, sometimes you just ain't in the goddamn mood. Like, I'm tired of screwing on men. I have things I actually have to do. Like, that's attached to a check. Like, can we handle that? Oh. Are y'all picking it up? Let me tell you something, Bobby boss. I love when Bobby boss comes through, because me and them been having like we haven't been having a great relationship lately. So when they come through, they come through. Oh, this is pretty. But yeah, so it was really good to see them talk about that and see how realistic that is, because I can't possibly be the only one. Candy can't be the only one who gets busy and gets like sex, affection. It does get put on the back burner. You do got to be like intentional, but that's real shit. And I really enjoyed that they shared that. I'm going to be honest. And maybe that's why we need Candy on the show. I'm trying to make it make sense in my mind, y'all. So let's move on to Drew and this assistant, child. I can't be the only one not feeling him. Y'all tell me. I need to know what y'all think. Y'all have to tell me what y'all think. And the thing is the reason why I'm not feeling him is that I don't like mess. Like, I like a good kiki. I like a good... I love all of that, right? I don't like messiness. I don't like when people... Like, don't come to me talking about another... Like, don't do that. I don't like none of that. Like, I think it's like, because it makes you think, like, what would you say about me? If he was her assistant and he was in her home and he could go back and talk to you, which also bad business, Sheree. Why you ain't getting him to sign an NDA? He's the fucking assistant. That was the first piece of paperwork you should have got him to sign. But let me move on. If that's the case, right, and he's bringing you information about Sheree, what would make you think he's not bringing Sheree information about you? But that's why I don't like Drew. Like, Drew is, in fact, a dizzy bitch. And it's like, you know what I mean? When Sheree said that, I said, this is spot on. Then you in the thing talking about, oh, I just bought this little girl a $200 gift. And, like, I just don't understand. Like, first of all, why did you even have to say, and I know that's a part of the show. This is how much this costs. This is how much that costs. But girl, bye. Bye. Like, you're weird. Like, I found the relationship that she has with this assistant weird. Also, is it me? And I'm like, I have a team and I work with people and I do share a bit of myself with people and everything like that. So don't get it jacked up. But you know what? I'm going to shut up. I'm gonna shut up because maybe you do kiki like that. You do kiki like that when you're close to people, especially in close proximity, even at work. You know what I mean? So I'm not even gonna make judgment about that. I'm just gonna say that he messy and she messy too. And he's playing a much bigger role than we anticipated, because think about this. Why he got so much to say? Why we keep hearing him? Why am I bothered by it? Why am I bothered by it? Because it, you know what I mean? It's just building too much of a storyline for Drew that's really centered around absolutely the fuck nothing. And that really bothers me, because what we really need to be talking about is your raggedy ass husband, okay? See, but what you're doing is deflecting. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? See, but I knew when I saw the game that she was not the one. I knew it. And what's annoying to me is that she's kind of perpetuating that same, like, oh, we good, girl, but we ain't energy that she was giving on the game right here and right now. And it's stressing me the fuck out, okay? It really, really is. I'm done, but I'm going to finish this review, okay? Like, I'm done. She's done. She's perfection. Okay. The other thing I wanted to go over and talk about outside of Drew, I thought it was a redeeming quality for Drew. I'm gonna give her points where points are due. Her going to get Sonya was really, really loving to me. Like, I really thought that was really sweet. I actually really, really like Sonya. I really want her and Ross to get a little bit more screen time, partially because Ross is fine as hell. He's fine. And we need more of that. And the other part is I actually genuinely love watching them. Like, if I'm being honest, like, I really remember their old show and being into that then. And it's good to see. First of all, it's good to see them still together. She do need to get that man another baby, because that's why her child is acting the way he acting. He need a little socialization. That's what happens though. Like, you know what I mean? We went through a pandemic and everything like that. Kids need to be socialized. And I don't think he's bad. I just think he needs to be socialized. You know what I mean? And they get turned up in certain environments or whatever the case may be, but I think that siblings help ground you in a certain way. You know what I mean? So I want to see more of them, and not because she got dragged behind a truck. Can we get more of them outside of that? Like, I don't want it to be just contingent upon her being in some kind of fatal accident. You know what I mean? Get to the Mammy Tatum Tea Party, because that's really why y'all here, right? So, can y'all believe we got this? I really did this in real time. I'm really proud of that. This unit is absolutely stunning. Stunning. And the color. Get into the color, ho. You like that? Let's talk about this tea party. First things first, what I want to talk about is, let's talk about the logistics. There was an adult table and a baby table. Okay, a kid's table. That's number one. So yeah, you might have your baby up under you or whatever the case may be, but we all been to a motherfucking kid's birthday party on 22nd and Susquehanna, or 22nd and Diamond, or 15th and motherfucking Lehigh, or wherever you at. We've all been to one where the adults is in the front and the kids is in the back, okay? And we're taking shots. We're cursing. We doing a little, we tooting it and booting it. You know what I mean? Because we're grown and the kids are nowhere to be, well, I don't want to say they're nowhere to be found. These are very responsible people. But you understand what I'm saying, goddammit? Let's stop acting like, oh my God, like, we don't do this in front of our kids. Like, girl, you was the main, the white woman was the main one coming in all hype or whatever about some goddamn voof. I've had it. It's okay. Let me tell you something. Let me keep it 100 with y'all. Do I like Voof? Yes. Moet Ice? Better. Number one. Number two, you know what else is better? Freshenet, okay? $13 champagne. But that's all I got to say, because, you know, I'm done plugging champagnes. So if y'all want to send me some, by all means, Freshenet, do so. But what I'm... Okay. So yeah, so I really thought it was fascinating. One, I thought it was dope that they definitely had separation of kids and adults. That was important. But what I thought was weird as hell was that Kenya would even start a game like that. But that's the messy, weird shit that I be saying that she does. Like, that was weird. And it was, what was more weird is that everybody knew it wasn't going to do anything but cause dissension. Everybody picked it up. Sheree, Candy, like, I don't know if we should be paying this at a 3-year-old, 4-year-old's birthday party, right? Which, guess what? They are absolutely correct. You should not. So it was really fascinating. Even when she was getting, like, worked up about what was being said, like, girl, you the one who wanted to play this game. Now you won't be all upset and up in arms about something that somebody said about you. Very, very, very odd. So I want to talk about the logistics of the game. I want to talk about what they were playing. So everybody looked really cute coming to the tea party and everything like that. Kenya's hair was not given. And I think Kenya is a beautiful woman. And I think most time her hair is on point. But I thought that style was just a mess. It was a mess. Okay? And I mean that with all due respect. And that's giving her grace to the fact that she almost always looks good. Like, you know what I mean? If we're being honest, she almost always looks good. I thought that it was very fascinating to play the game. I thought it was cute to do like the, you know, what's Brooklyn's middle name? What was her first word? Loved that. Loved that. And then they moved to the messiness. Now you had Susan, because we ain't going to call her Karen. Susan was sitting on this end of the table, eating it up. Okay? I don't know who that white woman was, but she was loving every minute of it. And for all intents and purposes, Karen at the other side was loving it too. Okay? She just wanted a moment, and I don't give a damn what nobody say. After I watched it back, I thought she got mad at the part where Candy was talking about them giving, you know, a little bit of love, sex, and magic to somebody in a basketball. I mean, in a arena or whatever the case may be. Also, why are you mad about that? Just say it's not true. Like, I don't. But you know what though? Maybe I'm speaking from a place that people don't normally say, meaning that like people don't normally, obviously, even like in my real life, say like rumors or anything about me. I've never really had that. So like for me to be like, just say it wasn't you, is from a place of privilege. Okay? That's from a place of privilege. So I'm saying it from like, girl, it ain't that deep, but it really might be to you. So, but I did think that like, girl, like also nobody care. We got bigger fish to fry in this room. Okay? Like, is Ralph gay or no? Okay? Like, you worried about that. What I did like, though, and this was getting her together, Sheree didn't want to expose, like, show her hand. And I appreciated that the young woman sitting on the side of her was like, listen, like, you know, Anthony is carrying back bones too, ho. And you really need to be more concerned with that than you are with what's going on with her and whether or not he was paid. Like, who the fuck are you? Are you the debt collector? Like, we do not need you. You're a third party that's unneeded. And if I didn't pay him and that's exactly how I would have left it. If I didn't pay him and explain how that affects you. Do I owe you money? No? Move on. Move on, ho, because you won't get a moment out of me. And that's exactly what I gave her. Dust, okay? Dust. Because she is very dizzy and dusty. And as much as I want to like Drew, because I think that she's ushering a youthful energy, her need and want to be in the limelight is so thirsty, desperate, parched. It's undesirable. It's undesirable. I'm just tired. Like, it's undesirable. I'm tired of seeing her husband talk to her any old kind of way, and then she sit up in front of a bunch of women and want to get him to work. Girl, bye. That's abusive. Like, don't become the abuser now. I really want to like her, and let me tell you something. I always go with my gut. Something wrong. Something is off about her. And I don't give a damn what nobody say. And the way Sheree gathered that ass, I was so happy about it. But what Drew need to not do is put her hands in people's face. We got to stop that. Like, y'all can have conversations with people and not do that. I think that was a little bit extra. Because if she had Sheree drug her ass, would Sheree be wrong? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? It's giving Candace and Monique. Okay? But I do want them to kind of like, I want Sheree to be a fun girl. Even the way she been dishing out the like tea hasn't been messy. It's been like, well, I did say, or this did happen. Where I felt like it kind of was more malicious back in the day. This time around, it don't feel that way. It just feel like, girl, this is what they said. You know what I mean? And it's par for the course. Whereas I feel like Drew is, because she doesn't know what the she's doing, it looks like flailing. It looks like extra. It looks like desperation. You probably went and hired that man just because he was Sheree's assistant. Because the real tea is that had you known that was Sheree's assistant, that's a reason not to hire the motherfucker. Hello? She gonna be on a new season with I don't know what kind of ties y'all got. I don't want no energy going back and forth. Is it me? I don't know. I thought it was very, very odd, very weird, or whatever the case may be. And I think that, you know, it's par for the Dizzy Bitch course. How about that? is very on par with who she is as a dizzy human. You gonna yell at this young woman at the end of the table about your husband. Ooh, shut up, Zara. Don't do that. You gonna yell at this woman at the table because she said something that you didn't like about your husband, but you're sitting here talking about this actual woman based on what this man says. So that takes me back to my original question that I'm gonna leave you hoes with. My original question. If Anthony told the truth about Sheree, is he telling the truth about Ralph? I'm going to leave you hoes with that. Again, y'all need to check out this unit. This is Miss Nakeisha, okay? From Bobbi Boss. This episode was a little bit boring. Let me know if y'all want me to do Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I was originally going to do them. And I just kind of got started on Atlanta. And y'all kind of liked it, so I was going to rock out. But it's not given. And Dorit over on the other side getting robbed and shit. We might need to talk about that. Okay, so if you have not already, bust down, subscribe to this wonderful channel, okay? We're growing and it's showing. And I want you guys to come along for the ride. And I'll see you beautiful mother jumpers later.